Well, this has the potential to be a cracking fight. Wayne Alexander, who's a big puncher, has won 8 out of 9 by knockout so far, in with Jimmy Vincent, who was in one of the undercard fights of this or any other year when he appeared in this ring recently against Darren Dorrington. They scored it a draw. A lot of people thought that Vincent should have been given the verdict, but that's history now. Since then, Vincent's fought again, losing on points to the former world title contender Cornelius Carr as recently as November the 25th. He might make this a bit of a test for Wayne Alexander, who has a languid kind of style about him, but natural power in both hands.
Well, Vincent does have quite a decent left hook. He'll be looking to try and find the chin of Alexander. Has been hurt in fights before. Alexander himself, quite a puncher.
Alexander himself can be hit and hurt. We've seen that previously. Noticeably against the Belfast fighter Jim Webb. By the way, Alexander here weighing his heaviest ever, 11 stone 5.5, though he is a light middleweight. That's 11 stone. He's done that quite intentionally because Jimmy Vincent's coming in here at 11 stone 6, so he didn't want to give too much weight away.
Okay, come on.
Vincent's definitely one of those, isn't he, Glenn, whose ability level is a lot better than his bare record would suggest.
Yes, he does have decent ability, has been unlucky at times, and maybe his career just needed that change of look to get better work from him.
Right hand, and he says he didn't touch down there. It was touch and go, literally, whether he did, but he gets a mandatory 8 count, and there's a little early sign of Alexander's power.
Well, he certainly dipped from a right hand from Alexander. So maybe already Vincent feeling the power of Alexander.
Sometimes with explosive punches, as they move up in class, they don't somehow look as if they can hit so hard. I hope with Alexander that's not the case, because it's always exciting to have what's known in the trade as a banger around, isn't it?
Yes, it is. He has looked a good puncher this far in his career.
So was or wasn't it a knockdown authentically? Did he touch down Jimmy Vincent here? Well, judge for yourself. Here it comes again.
Difficult to see from that angle, maybe better. No, we didn't. No, we couldn't.
Well, it's hard to see really from there. Does his glove
He certainly does
touch
dip.
the canvas? If it does, that's a knockdown.
He dips, so it was obviously a hurtful
Right,
punch.
he dips, and yeah, he does touch down with the glove. Good refereeing from Winford Jones. Administered the 8 count.
It was just a heavy blow to the side of the head, just as Vincent was coming in. He didn't look too hurt, but obviously it was enough to make him touch down.
Second round, due to go 8 this. Wayne Alexander in the blue trunks from Croydon in South London, who's already ranked in the top 10 among British light middleweights. The British champion is Ensley Bingham, a big puncher himself. Next year could be the year where Alexander really makes his move. It'll be interesting to see how good he turns out to be. He's got to win this one first.
Well, so far he's working well, Alexander. Keep sticking that jab out and then looking to land combinations behind it, and he's really making Vincent think in there.
Alexander with the pedigree to be an ABA champion. back in 1994. No slip-ups yet as a professional. Again, looking for that chopping right hand. Alexander, by the way, is 25. Jimmy Vincent's 28.
Vincent not being allowed to get many punches off. He's working well behind that left, and then the right hands look very solid from Alexander.
Just stepping in and getting close, Alexander. Good body shot too from Alexander, which just seemed to move Vincent momentarily. Switches stance and leads with the right for a moment, Vincent, then goes back to it again to lead orthodox.
Alexander showing good variety, sharp with his punches, wasting very little.
And a good, confident, composed look about him as he just switch hits a little himself. Certainly taken control. Vincent looking plenty respectful enough of Alexander's power. Certainly not gone in there looking for a tear-up as he did with Darren Dorrington.
No, I think you're right there. He is showing a lot of respect, and I think that's due to the punch power. Vincent just a little subdued than he normally is. Normally lets good hooks go, but he just can't get anything really going. The jab working well, and Alexander constantly bringing that right hand into play.
A couple of successes for Vincent, but look at this from Wayne Alexander. Oh, big right hand right on the bell. It might have been a split second after the bell. Vincent gets onto his feet, but that was an interesting cluster of punches from Wayne Alexander. This was impressive.
It really was. He realized from that first right hand that he'd hurt Vincent, really piled the pressure on everyone, very accurate. The final right hand, devastating punch, and Vincent went down very heavily. But that really was very good work. The left hook hurt him. He realized straight away the mark of a good finisher, and then really put his punches together very well.
That was impressive, very impressive from Wayne Alexander. Good accuracy, superb power. Look at that left uppercut. And he finishes it off with that looping right hand, brilliantly timed, and Vincent was glad the bell came when it did. Third round. Good performance this from Wayne Alexander, who's going the right way. Another big right hand. That's going to be another count for Jimmy Vincent. He's looking the business here, isn't he, this Wayne Alexander?
He really is. Vincent's a good fighter who's much better than his record, and really he's just doing everything he please, looking very explosive, Alexander, and again Vincent in trouble.
Vincent is going to be stopped here, I think. Body shots. And Alexander picking the punches, and this is one of the most impressive performances I've seen from an up-and-coming British professional in the whole of the year. Vincent is stopped, and Wayne Alexander, well, he really did look very, very good indeed there.
Well, that was very confident. He really looks as if he's just starting to arrive, Alexander. He put his punches together well. Excellent stoppage. Realized as soon as he'd hurt Vincent when to attack, and he did so with tremendous explosion in his punches and accuracy. Look at that right hand. Really did dip the knees, get full momentum into that punch, and just curled it a little bit, and that was an excellent shot.
The last time Jimmy Vincent was stopped was by world welterweight title contender Gary Jacobs back in March of 1997. He's gone the distance with some good fighters, but Alexander has done it here in the third round with an explosive display of some devastating punching. He just might be a world-class fighter in the making. Let's hope so.
Yes, lads, it was some good work from Alexander. Good stoppage. The referee just about picked the right time there with Vincent. Not seriously hurt, but there was nowhere for him to go, and I think he was only